Great, thank you. Richard Branson, I mean, one of the stories that I was most surprised about when I was researching the book, because it was so unreported, was your role in this amazing new organisation, the Elders, which is doing some extraordinary work, I think, at the moment, has done in Kenya and is now working very hard to sort out the problem in Zimbabwe. And it just seemed largely unreported. And perhaps you could talk a bit about that and also your environmental prize that you launched the other year.
Yeah, well, I think that that business people can maybe use their entrepreneurial skills to look at look at sort of different kinds of crises around the world and see if they can maybe bring a different approach to it. And with the Elders, Peter Gabriel and myself came up with a thought that maybe we could get the 12 people with the highest moral authority, including one gentleman on my right, to look at conflict situations and see if they could bring their moral authority to try to address those conflicts. And last year, Archbishop Tutu, Kofi Annan, and Gracia Michelle went to Kenya and managed to do great works there. And I think there will be other situations where they'll be able to do good things. As far as the prize was concerned, we put up the $25 million prize to see if anybody could come up with a way of actually extracting carbon out of the Earth's atmosphere. Interestingly, one of the judges of that is James Lovelock, and I just read that he's urging governments to try to get farmers to turn the waste product in their fields into carbon and plough it back into the fields. And he believes that if that was done on a global basis, that would largely redress the problem. So we're actually in the process of setting up a carbon war room to analyse ideas like that and to try to put the money and resources behind trying to see if ideas like that would work. But I think just to finish, I think there are companies, like say, was it Ben and Jerry's, and Patagonia and Interface, that have really made giving and involving all their staff as a reason for being for the companies, much more than just being a money-making machine. And I think if we could, the excitement that engenders with the employees is enormous. And I think if we could actually get the 98% of companies that are not that involved, would very quickly redress the 20% funding gap.